What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rap Therapy. Let me start out by going over what's up this week. So what is going on this week? Well, as my wife would say, I'm probably up to no good. That's what I continuously am up to, is some kind of no good. This week, one thing that you could do to help out Rap Therapy is if you have video that you think could make it into a rap music video, take it with your phone, with a camera, some kind of scenery, someplace that you've been, something that you're up to, something that you've always wanted to see maybe in a rap video, then send it over to me. And you can hit me up at either raptherapyllc@gmail.com or dobigthings@gmx.com. And you can just hit me up even in the DM about video that you have that you think could make it into a rap video. And literally I could use almost anything as long as the footage has enough lighting. I can do a lot with it, so just make sure it's decent quality stuff. And we're going to be continuously looking for video, because even one little shot can inspire a whole episode, it can inspire a whole vignette, it can inspire a whole track. And we're just here for inspiration. So think about what Rap Therapy means to you. Think about what kind of videos you might already have. Think about the video that you might be able to take in your area real easy, real quick, real simple. 10-second clips are the best. So just make it really good for 10 seconds, and that's all that would be needed. And we can make a whole project out of just a 10-second clip maybe. Or it gives me something to build off of. So that's what we're up to this week. I'm looking to collect some video footage from anybody out there who thinks that they want to add to or contribute to a Rap Therapy video. And always open to people and suggestions and ideas that you have. So here's the main part of the episode. So you want to be a rapper. I have no idea why you would want to do that, but for some reason you do. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's a very long shot. It's not very likely that you're going to do very well. It's not very likely that you're going to make a profit. It's not very likely. But that's just like anything else in the world. So I guess if this is what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. And if you are deciding to do it, then here I am to offer a little bit of the experiences that I've had over the years to maybe make your process a little easier. Recording, part 1. So we're going to talk a little bit about recording and what that means. You've established that you want to write, you want to play around with your friends, you want to put a track out there, you want to be the person on the radio, on the TV, one way or the other. So how do you get from that point to the next point? And recording is typically the answer to that. Performing live on stage is another answer. And we'll get to that in maybe a different episode. But today we're going to talk about becoming a recording artist. It's not just getting in the booth and doing you. There's an art to it, and you have to learn and develop and grow your skill. So you don't just step into the booth one day and all of a sudden you go into the booth and you come out with this hit track. Because the first time you record is never going to be a hit song. No hit song out there came from the first time that something was recorded. I can't even think of one example. Sometimes there are things that are extremely unlikely. I can think of an example of it, but stepping into the booth and recording a hit song on your first time ever is... I've never heard that story ever. So recording art is an art. You do have to practice it. You do have to get better at it. You do have to try to develop the skill in a significant way so that when you get on the microphone, your delivery tells a story. And in real life, your whole device is, your vocal cords, your lungs, your mind, all of that stuff is coming out, and it's real live machinery in front of an audience, in front of people, in front of yourself. But there are limitations to technology. A microphone acts the way a microphone acts. An audio interface acts the way an audio interface acts. A computer acts the way a computer acts. All of the things and resources that you have are only tools. They don't do everything. They're not magic. You have to work with them. You can't take a drill with a regular bit and cut a big hole out. You need a bit with a big hole. You can't take a hammer and demolish a building. it just isn't going to work. You need the right tools at the right time for the right jobs, and you have to figure out a lot of things about yourself and the technology you have available. So, step it in the booth. I urge you to get your own equipment. I urge you to practice every day. I urge you to contemplate that what you do just in real life is not the same thing that you're going to do when you get into a recording booth. I urge you to try to understand what mixing, engineering, and mastering is all about and get an idea about that, because those are other steps in the process that take your physical tools, your biological tools that you have to deliver your product, and each one of those is a step in the process of taking that and putting it on a record and making a record out of it. So this is the step one, day one in. So you want to be a rapper. What does it mean to be a recording artist? There's a lot to take in. I want you to think about all those steps. And probably the one tip for today is figure out if you're going to have a budget and go record with somebody, or you know somebody who records already, try to hook up with them. If not, use your budget to buy your own equipment. Do some research. You're going to need a microphone, minimum. You're going to need a computer, minimum. You're going to need an audio interface, probably. I'm recording this on the Blueberry Black Ice Snowball microphone. And that particular microphone is a USB microphone. It is not what I recommend for trying to record a rap album or a music album or a song album, but it's the good tool for what I'm doing right here with this live broadcasting. So get yourself a USB audio mic if you can't get an extra interface. You can get a USB blue mic that's going to allow you to record stuff for, I don't know, they're 50, 60 bucks. They've got the Yeti microphone, which is better than this one. You're going to start to get into the 150 range. And then when you get to the microphones and the audio interfaces, your condenser mics are going to start at the $200 range, maybe even down as low as 150 as well. And the audio interfaces, you can get those for $100. But you're going to want to research, because an audio interface could go all the way up to $1,500 or whatever. Microphones can go all the way up to $2,500, $5,000. I've seen $10,000 and $20,000 mics out there as well. When you get into commercial and studio production, industrial work, the prices just go up. So that's something to contemplate today. So you want to be a rapper and you're thinking about recording. Connect with